Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Freema on this great Friday night. You guys know it has been a minute since we let our hair down, but tonight we're talking about dating, D.A.T.E. And y'all know how sometimes I let my hair down and talk a little raunchy, and sometimes I don't, but I'm going to say it, dick at the end. So I'm going to let Stacy lead this conversation because some men feel like they deserve to get the vagina at the end of the night if they pay for the meal. But check this before Stacy starts. If they don't get the vagina, then guess what? They want their money back from the date. Stacy, go ahead and start.
Hello. All right, so I got hit with somebody asking why I didn't date anybody from Orangeburg. Only because when you ask somebody from Orangeburg or just waiting for somebody to actually go on a date, they are expecting sex. I ain't with all that. So he said, do you know that date means dick at the end? No, I didn't know that. He said, because why would I spend my money on something when I know I ain't gonna get the coochie at the end?
Hey, Melvin.
Hello. And if I could have saved my money for the next chick that was gonna give it up.
But how do you know that next chick was going to give it up?
Exactly.
His stuff is worth it.
But let me pause you right there. It already telling you he ain't serious to start with.
Exactly.
He's
Just
going on dates because he wants to have sex. So you don't need to take nobody on a date. Just go ahead and go to an app and put it out there so you don't got to make people think that you're a prostitute.
Or better yet, just keep it 100 up front. Hey, I want to have sex. What you gonna do?
Ain't no need to
Point
go
blank
out
period. No need to go out because the girl might want to do it too.
Oh, that's the
You
truth.
have to keep
He
it
was
real.
always inviting to the house.
But
You can come over the house. You go, I
Because
know
he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
try
try.
You have to keep it
Basically,
real. Some people ain't got the looks or anything to attract nobody, so they got to spend that bread.
But this one don't want to spend bread.
you don't want to spend
This one
bread.
just
You
wants
want
to
to get some
So
meat.
basically, what this one already pretty much let you know he's not gonna take you serious because
I don't know how he doing. I don't know who it is.
he just wants sex. And listen, if that's what you want, that's fine with it. I can honestly say, if you take me on a date, there's no guarantee because I might leave you in the middle of the date.
Exactly.
Depending on how you're talking, because I'm gonna drive my own
100%.
car to start with.
Exactly.
So I make you fully aware, so don't have no unrealistic expectations. I've had a guy, because I talk real experience. I've had a guy, he went and got a hotel room on 2 separate occasions. And I showed up neither time. Neither time. And he spent good money for this.
From what he said or what we say a date
Go
is.
back to the real definition of a date.
Courting someone, taking them out,
That means
getting to know someone.
Getting
Yeah.
them up,
Getting to
opening
know
up
them, that's
doors, paying for their meal, and if they want to go back to real etiquette, the male will order for the female.
Yeah, that's old school.
Exactly.
But a lot of them don't know what that means.
That means that's a gentleman.
Yeah, it does.
And if you want
That's
to
courting.
skip all that, then that means you ain't no gentleman and you looking for a hooker.
Yeah, and see, that's part of the problem. Of like a lot of women feel like, oh well, he took me out. No, don't, because you took another chick out and she gave up the panties. That don't mean that everybody's gonna do that. Maybe she wanted to, but maybe you didn't take her serious, and maybe she saw something in you, but you the one that wanted to play.
Y'all make sure y'all chime in, comment, let us know how you feel about the real term or terminology of dating. What does dating mean to y'all? Ladies, does it mean that because, oh, he took me out, he paid for the meal, I got to give it up at the end of the night? Men, do you feel like you deserve it at the end of the night because you paid for this meal? Let us know, because men are really out here thinking like that. Ladies, do not subject yourself to feeling like I have to give it up because he paid for a meal.
What about if the woman paid for the meal? Do the man got to give up the piece?
It depends on if I want it.
So
Then you got to give it up.
He feel the same. He feel the same way she do. So I mean, like, it's just the fact of what maturity y'all are on.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, that's the truth. It's just maturity level.
Okay, I'm gonna take it to another notch because, and I've been
What's
talking
the
about
definition of a date? Where are we going? How much you spending? Like, I need to
this.
know.
You need to ask that question.
No. I'm saying we're talking
looking for
like,
sex at the end.
like.
So if you turn around and
That's
you
right.
take me to Applebee's for 2 for $20 or 2 for
That's
$30,
right.
I mean, I'm
No.
not worth nothing but $15.
So that means he take you to Halls and pay $200. He supposed to get it?
No. But what I'm
So
saying
it don't
is
matter how
like,
much it costs.
what I'm saying is with date, you gotta make them aware of what you expect. Like you can't just go with it. You gotta let them know, like, hey, this is what I thought a date was.
Melvin said-
at the end ain't gonna take you to home.
Melvin said social media destroyed dating, in my opinion. Why do you say social media destroyed dating?
Because you be done chat it up.
Oh, you feel that's
and
enough.
like, let's come to the house for Netflix and boom, and it ain't nothing.
So you feel like we done inbox each other, we got to know
Y'all
each
not
other.
talking
So
though.
now we can take it to the next level.
I mean, I'm just saying, social media, like with the
But
inbox.
that doesn't make sense.
No, because I can sit there and be a whole total another person on social media, and then when I sit there,
I get that.
go
No,
out,
when we saying
you don't
social
have
media.
no manners, and you don't even know how to fucking order.
Well,
That's
see,
true.
what I'm saying is, I get what you're saying, but what we're saying is, let's say you inbox.
Carolina
back and forth.
Town said you should go ahead and prostitute. Make it easier.
Yeah.
And I feel that for the guy who's expecting sex at the end of the night,
Get a
go ahead and trick. Be a trick, because that's what a trick is. A
Just tell
trick
him.
is a man that's spending money. Point blank, period.
I think
So what they
probably-
say, it ain't tricking if you got it.
I think his probably was.
It's a
I
broke
think
man
somebody-
mentality.
I think somebody used the hell out of him. So now he feels
That's
he
not
gotta
fair.
get his lick back.
I don't
with
even
the next
think it's
person.
that. He
Oh,
ain't
that's
even.
sad.
Oh, no, I know it's
He
that.
not
I
even
know
looking
it's
for.
talking about that
He ain't even
right
looking for love.
You know,
He looking for a good
he
He
time.
looking
looking
for
for-
to get his lick back because of what happened to him in his previous.
And guess what? Everybody's not the same.
But it's not fair.
It's not.
It's not.
You'll never get
but
love
with
that
a
way.
lame ass nigga mindset, it is fair to him.
I wouldn't say lame. Maybe he's hurt.
No, he's
That's not fair. That's still lame for
That's
taking it
lame.
out on the next woman.
Maybe he don't.
Dog will holler.
He a hurt dog
Melvin
was
said-
hollering.
Melvin
Exactly.
said-
And I agree, he's hurt. I wouldn't call him a lame. I just think he's hurt and he's taking it out on
He's a
everybody
lame
else.
for doing that.
To sit there and take it out on the
Thank
next person
you.
that ain't do nothing.
But here's the thing. So if that's the case, then at some point everybody done been a lame because we done took our hurt
It
out.
don't
of
matter.
somebody.
It don't matter. But I'm not gonna expect something just because he asked for his money back.
He actually is
At the
really
end of
fair.
the day.
That's a lame ass broke nigga shit. Face it.
Okay,
Melvin
Melvin
said,
said-
sit here and think at the end of the night, I'm gonna give it up because you brought me a burger. No,
That's why I say y'all need to talk about the y'all need to talk about ahead
Man,
of
you
time
too sensitive
what
on these
the
cats, man.
date need to include, like so y'all know ahead of time.
Oh,
So if you talk
real.
about it ahead of time, you know if you're gonna go or not. You know.
Melvin
No,
said,
because it could be a free date and y'all enjoy each other's company.
each other company.
But guess what?
I shouldn't have
if
to
in,
go with
if
the
in the
mindset
back
I'm
of
gonna
his
give it
mind,
up.
here's my thing. That guy
That
already
shouldn't
had
be-
it.
That shouldn't be in the back of his
And
mind.
that's what
If
I'm
it's in the
getting
back
at.
of his mind, then he ain't nothing but a trick.
Exactly. So guess what? So a guy like that, you're gonna go enjoy your meal and order up a bunch of shit that you might
No,
not.
a guy like that, I wouldn't even.
I'm not gonna do that.
go.
And
like you
listen,
said in the
listen,
beginning,
he
you're
done
not
gave
gonna
up-
make it.
he
You're
done-
not gonna make it through the end of the day. Because you can already tell he a fuck nigga.
Right.
And I'm just keeping it real. Melvin said send pictures, videos, etc. Now when we see one another, it's time to smash. That makes so much sense. No, he's saying social media has ruined dating.
Right.
Because y'all already talked all night, y'all sent pictures, y'all doing a lot.
That's number one. If y'all already sending pictures or whatever else, she's already giving off the wrong signal. Ain't no real woman that's looking for a real relationship gonna send no inappropriate pictures to no man if she's seeking a relationship. She's gonna date for a purpose, not to sit there and discriminate herself. Now it's different if y'all have already established that and y'all have already been on them dates and y'all feel comfortable with each
Right.
other. Then that's different.
Well, it's
But
just
just
time
knowing
frame
somebody,
into it.
you
Yeah,
ain't
no.
gonna sit there and
Nah,
just
you
send
gotta
some
know
pictures
for at
out
least
and
for a
then
period of
you
time.
are looking for them damn
Yeah,
free meals
that's
because
true.
you can't afford them
You
yourself.
gotta know him for a period of time.
Melvin said hurt people hurt people.
That's right.
We said that all the time.
Yeah, they ain't no
We
real
said that all the time. So what we're going to do is go over. Y'all know what I do on Facebook all the time is post a whole bunch of.
We talked
hula.
about earlier this week.
We talked about so much stuff this week. We talked about getting power back because sometimes
Yeah.
we do allow
And this is
men
an example of
and
getting power
women.
back.
Yeah, sometimes we do allow men and women to take our power, meaning we compromise a little more than they are. We love them harder than they are. We show them we want them more than they show that they want us.
Right.
So sometimes we get our power back, and
That's
when
right.
you get that power back, you have to keep it.
So guess what? An older lady
You have to
told
keep
me.
Because there's no reason you should be trying to get your power back because y'all supposed to be one. But if you ever come to that point where it feels like I need to get my power back, he's not for you. And that's just my
An
opinion.
older lady told me this. She said,
Carolina
she was like,
asked a question, and I feel it's going to lead into something else, and we're going to answer. Carolina Town said, which one of y'all are married? So I'll start with me. I am divorced as of March the 9th of 2022. I've been married for 16 years, together with my ex-husband for 20 years. So I do have a lot of experience in a marriage. Angela, you can go.
I've been divorced as of, actually May
19,
2023. So if I count the entire duration of being a married woman, it's probably about
16 to 17 years.
17
That's
years
a shame I know all of this.
that I've been married and content with the same guy, but sometimes we grow apart. So
Absolutely.
that's my story.
But if you have any more questions, Carolina, like if there's a follow-up question, we're open.
We're not speaking
Answer the
from a
question.
bitter place. What we're doing is we want to help the next young lady to be able to get to that point, because we know what it takes, but we also know what not to do. So that's all we're trying to do.
Stacey, answer Carolina Town.
Never been married.
She's never been married.
So guess what? She's getting to that point, but she knew this John Brown over here wasn't for her, because he's talking about getting his money back.
This money.
No, so we gonna bypass him because we waiting on the next real one.
Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all send some stars.
And then we have one in the audience that's been married.
Oh yeah,
She's married and they've been together about 20 years.
a long time. I hooked them up.
So,
close to me.
So we coming with a lot of experience here.
Okay.
And then we have another one that hasn't been married.
Hasn't been married, but will soon be married.
Exactly.
Soon to be.
Absolutely. So we got great experiences. What I wanted to say about this power
And
thing.
still married. Yeah,
And she's still happily married.
So we do have one in the audience that's still married.
So like with this whole power thing, an older lady told me, she said, make sure whoever you date or you find in your life, that your mate, that they love you more than you love them. And I never understood this for a long time. But now it dawns on me. The reason you want someone to love you more than you love them, because they're going to cherish you more, they're going to treat you better, they're going to appreciate you better. Because if you love that person more, as a woman, if you love him more, he loves you. If you know that,
feel good.
and it's not a good space. But if he loves you more, then he's going to cherish and appreciate you a lot more.
Is it fair to him though that he loves me more?
He's supposed to, because we're the prize.
A lot of men don't feel that way.
But like the thing is, the key.
They want the roses.
The key to it
They
is
want the dates.
the key to it is when you are prized, you know that you're not out here sharing yourself with everybody.
Right.
Your person comes home, your house is clean, you're cooking, their meals are prepared, their clothes are laid out, like you doing massages, running back, whatever you need to do, because he's gonna do the same for you. But he knows that his woman is not out here in the streets.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's a prize is when you got this trophy, you can sit up here on the shelf and ain't nobody else can touch.
Let me tell you something in layman's term. A prize is someone you can brag about and don't have to worry about saying, that's your girl or that's your guy.
I hate it in the street. Exactly. Exactly.
A surprise. I don't believe that.
So, to me, like they're gonna cherish that. Like
100%.
now to a real man.
Now let me say this, because this conversation came up with me. Just because you might have previously dated somebody, every person don't get the same person.
Absolutely. They don't. You change for who you want to change for.
Depends, and it not even change. It depends on the personality. Different personalities, I match your energy.
That's right.
So just because you got the bitch of me before doesn't mean
I'm
that
gonna be
you see that.
Absolutely.
Of course not, because they'd be like, I don't understand. I've heard that before. I just don't see why when you start breaking it down, you say, listen, when a person starts revealing, when a person starts revealing that parts and pieces of themselves, like you get damaged in the process. Because it's like if you being honest with a person and the person is being dishonest with you, it's a little wound.
Right. And
it's a little wound. Before you know it, you damage, and guess what? Damage, don't care about damaging nobody else.
That's why Melvin said hurt people hurt people.
Because just because they call themselves trying to hurt you don't mean I'm gonna go out and hurt the next person.
You're right. Because you realize you got morals and values. Absolutely.
I know my worth.
That's right.
And
so before you do that
way,
that's right.
Doesn't mean I did anything wrong. They're just not happy with themselves.
But guess what?
And a lot of people have to realize that it ain't you. sometimes they're fighting a fight
within themselves. And before you discredit yourself, lower your standard, you rather exit. Because you're not gonna go out here and make yourself get on their level.
You have to be patient.
Okay, so let's switch it up a little bit. Some of the things that I do post on Facebook is to reiterate on Friday nights whenever I do decide to go live. So let's talk about it. Most recent, imagine a man who doesn't stop pursuing you even after he has you. A lot of people feel, a lot of people get comfortable. A lot of people feel like, oh, okay, you know, I already got her, I already got him, I already got her, whatever. You know, I'm comfortable after a year or so, and it's like I don't have to do X, Y, and Z to keep them. And I'm just gonna take it up another notch, ladies. That goes to, okay, you made sure you were slayed, feet done, hair done, whatever. When you met this guy, but now that you got Brazilian wax, all that stuff. Now that you got him or her, it's like, okay, I'm gonna stop all that. I'm comfortable. I don't have to keep it up. Yes, you do, because the same way you got new vagina to them is the same way the next person is new vagina. So y'all gotta sit here and y'all gotta keep it going.
You gotta keep it spicy.
Like for real. Amp it up.
Yeah, you gotta spice it up, amp it up. You gotta be a
now
person.
on the flip side of all of that, I do feel like you can't give it all at once. You gotta keep. You know, you got to keep giving little by little by little. You can't see everything I got in the first year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I still got more to come. But you keep spicing it up. Anything else y'all want to say on imagine a man who doesn't stop pursuing you even after he has you? Y'all pretty much good.
No, I just think that once he has you, he need to know he got to keep you because you are the prize. That's it. That's why you are top shelf. That's like when you go in a store and you see that particular bag that's in the store, you see that Prada bag. No, I ain't a Coach bag. I'm Prada. So I'm top shelf.
You've been saying that a lot lately, but you forgot the roles have changed now.
Yes,
and a lot of men feel like
they do. They do.
And guess what? When you run across a man like that, you have a conversation. But the thing about those men that feel like they're prizes, they've been damaged. So let's talk about this damage and hurt, so they can get to a woman that knows her place and stay in her feminine energy.
See, that turns around to another conversation because us as women, in the way we're training our sons. In some cases.
Hold on, we have a few comments that I'm sorry, the Wi-Fi or something must have messed up. I promise you guys, I was not ignoring y'all. It just literally popped up. And I know we're probably way behind. MLP QRS, I know that's not what it's supposed to be, but that's what I think.
I know who you are.
I do. She used to work with us, right?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't remember your name.
Same as mine.
Okay. It's all about healing and being willing to grow.
That's right.
Y'all, these comments are just popping up. I promise y'all. I'm sorry. Carolina Town said older women thinking like young girls, and young girls won't listen to older women because older women follow the suit of younger women. 2 snaps, 3 or whatever that was.
Trying to get on their level.
It's like a dog chasing its tail in circles and never catch it. If you ain't say nothing in your whole day, you said a lot just now, because that is the God honest truth. And we'll elaborate on that in a little. Yes, people do. A lot of older women are trying to compete with these young girls, because I'm not doing that. Melvin said, sex today is very easy to get because a lot of people care less about being in a committed relationship. And I'm going to tell you another reason why sex is so easy to get is because us women make it easy to get. You get what I'm saying? A lot of women now is like we said, oh, he took me out to dinner, I'm dropping my drawers. Girl, first of all, your home girl can take you out to dinner. We can take each other out to dinner. We gotta stop settling for that.
You can take yourself out to dinner.
See, that's a whole other topic because we just talked about this earlier. I don't care, but the sex is so much different when you're with somebody that you care about
and that you know. You know how much y'all can do with each other when y'all know each other on that level. You don't have to worry about being judged. You don't have to worry about any of that.
It's fireworks.
Y'all better get on game.
Sex is not sex. Oh my God. Sex is a different level when you have feelings for somebody.
MLP said, I am more into the demand as willing to investing. You not so much giving you gifts, but pursuing you to grow, push yourself to grow. That's good. That's good.
Because a gift don't mean nothing.
A gift don't mean anything.
Nothing.
A gift don't mean anything, but however, we got to pour into each other. But that person got to be willing to grow at the same time. Right. You can't keep pouring into an empty glass. They got an open bottle.
Well, shit, the empty glass got a damn hole.
That's why I just said open bottle. Because you constantly pouring, and then what's pouring into you? Yeah, like for real. Rather my
Who poured
person,
in your glass?
rather my person can
Look at
give
my
me
glass.
gifts, and I
Look it
can't.
up.
We still gotta pour.
Look at
Child,
my glass.
I'm pouring hers because that's what we do, but not right now because this is lit.
Look at my glass. Look at my glass. My glass is about empty. I ain't pouring into nobody else's glass these days and times. You're pouring into mine.
All right, so the next thing I posted, stop making yourself easily available for people who never prioritize you. And I'm gonna start first, and then I'll go down the line.
MLPQRS say something.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm glad I'm happily married. Motherfuckers goofy out there, and that's good. If you got your person and you're happily
That's
married,
right.
stay.
That's
Seriously.
right. But and let me tell you this now, Carolina town, you're married, but you got to keep it going because for whatever reason, around that 5th to the 8th year, it gets rough.
Shit.
Just that's why I say the 5th to the 8th, somewhere in between there, something happens, and you get complacent. You get used to that person. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it going. So you're happily married. Keep it moving. Like y'all fall back in love again. Like do things like you did when you first met.
Yes.
Like you gotta keep it going because neither one of you want to feel like you gotta step outside your home to go step out in the street with trash.
Keep it going.
But that's just an FYI.
Yeah. MLP said, I honestly believe that in this day and age, everyone is over-sexualized, which keep us vibrating glow.
Yep.
And the only way to move out of date is just continuously heal and be open to growth, the ability to find strength in the adverse environment.
And it's self-love. See, if you love yourself, you're gonna vibrate at a higher frequency. Because guess what? The laws of attraction says you're not gonna attract something because you want it. You're gonna attract whatever energy you're giving off.
Absolutely.
So keep that in mind. So however you vibrating, that's what you're gonna pull to you.
That's
And
whatever's in you.
facts.
That's it. So hey, I said stop making yourself easily available for people who never prioritize you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to see that. It takes a little time to realize I'm pouring more into this person than they're pouring into
That's
me.
called 18 months. A long time.
18 months is a very long time to realize that. Some people realize that in 6 months, or less. It's like, okay, I
But
realize
that's when you have
I'm not
Let
considered.
me tell you why you don't know it.
Why?
Because I can speak from experience. The reason you don't see it is because it's like hot and cold. When you hot and cold, you don't know that.
You gotta elaborate what hot.
When I say hot and cold, hot is like, oh my God, we're moving forward, and you doing that for 4 or 5 months. And then the 6th month, what's going on? Like something's different. So you do that for the 6th and the 7th month, 2 months. And back to the 7th month, oh my God, we back hot like fire. It's like when you hot and colding, that's why it's hard to see. Because you're thinking, because you got your own personal stuff going on within you. So you look at that person because you accept them for who they are. You feel like, okay, well, they got these things on, especially if you know they got life events.
Sometimes we find ourselves making excuses for the next.
No, you're not. No, listen to what I'm saying. You're not making excuses. A life event is a life event.
I don't know.
We're
gonna agree to disagree to this.
They do enough for you to stay.
Exactly, but not enough.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I say I'm giving examples how you can be perceived and delusional because you think this is going on, a life event. And you think it's a life event, but like you said, it's just enough. It's called breadcrumbing and gaslighting. To have you right there. And
but you gotta realize that you gotta
But
figure it out.
sometimes it takes people a little bit longer because like I said, if a person is faced with a real life event and you have feelings for this person, you're not going to see them. You're just going to see that real life event. Because if it's a stressful event, you don't know how that person's adapting.
Is it because you love them more than you love yourself at that moment?
No, it's because of the fact that you have compassion for other people.
That's not true.
Yeah, no, it is.
We're gonna agree to disagree because you can have compassion for other people, but you see through the bullshit too. That doesn't mean you don't have compassion for other
that's
people.
why I say it takes some people longer than the next. It may take you 6. It may take me 18. It may take Stacey, whatever, 12.
Whatever, 4.
Whatever. We don't know.
Whatever it may
How
be.
many months? We giving examples. it may take a person that long.
Just all I'm saying.
Because you're in
is
our
once you
mind.
figure that shit out,
Whenever you
if
get
he
there,
don't wanna love it right where he ain't.
and like whenever you get there, but guess what? But to me, the truth of the matter of it is, when you have compassion for other people, you know damn well you ain't all the way put together yourself. So no,
that makes you
that's
settle.
real.
I'm sorry.
No,
that makes you settle.
no, you're not
You're
settling.
making excuses.
No, you're not.
I'm not all the way put together, so I'm gonna accept what he's dishing
That's
out.
not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you being honest with
That's exactly
yourself.
what you're
So
saying.
guess what?
You
When
can be
they
honest by yourself.
let me finish. When they hot and cold in you, in the cold moment,
Don't
you
accept.
evaluating you and say, well, damn. Let me go down the list of stuff. So that's when you get to the point. So maybe when they hot and cold you in 6 months, maybe you say, I gotta cut them off because it ain't me. Or maybe when they hot and cold you in 12, I gotta cut them off because it ain't me.
We've been hot and cold since 12. For 12, we've been hot and cold
I'm giving
from
an
3
example.
months, 6 months, every 3 months we hot and cold.
But I'm giving an example.
Listen.
Usually the hot and cold don't start at no 3.
The more
The
the story
hot and
is,
cold is 6
stay
and better.
consistent. If you want that woman or you want that man, stay consistent. That's all I'm saying.
The hot and cold don't be till they feel like you love them.
Stay
No,
consistent.
listen what I'm telling you.
Stay
The
consistent.
hot and cold, when the hot and cold come, you be in love.
Listen what he said.
In love.
Listen. Ashley Fulmer said, I see y'all ain't changed none, LOL. Y'all still know it all. He said, y'all still know it all.
Ashley,
We do.
Ashley, you gotta tell it right now. I'm telling the truth or we lying.
Next post. Okay, we are doing 504 girls. Okay, we're doing a $2 raffle to win a 2 dozen of gourmet strawberries. Make sure y'all support. You can cash out Let's Sip and Talk. And then also we will be at the Edisto High School Carnival Sunday coming. Is that right? September the 24th. Yes, this Sunday. We'll be out there. Make sure y'all bring the kids. Yeah, make sure y'all come out there and support sport. Next topic is. Okay, this person, and I just shared this.
I love this.
This one said,
me all day.
bro, unless you can top what she's already doing for herself, don't bother her. Okay, don't bother her. Because let me tell you something real quick, and then I'm gonna let them talk. A lot of y'all men and women sit here and go into someone else's life and disturb their peace, and knowing you can't do a goddamn thing. It ain't gotta be financial. It ain't gotta be financial because now we got emotional, mental, spiritual,
So now you
financial. You got all this
You
stuff.
compassionate now.
Listen, I know how to be compassionate, but I know when a nigga ain't
So
compassionate.
in
That's
6
why.
months.
That's why I let him go.
So in 6 months, they ain't compassionate. That's
I
it.
don't play out here. I ain't got time. Cause she want to take it back. I don't got time to play with
So
y'all.
in 6
That's why I don't do it.
So in 6 months, you done accomplished this.
I don't do it.
So in 6 months, you done
Listen.
accomplished this. That's all I'm trying to say.
Listen, 6 months, I better know you better be consistent.
But
I don't got time for no hot fuck clothes.
listen.
This ain't no game. I ain't warm. Tell me if I'm warm. Or am I cold?
But listen,
I ain't got time for that
because
shit.
maybe you like everything on the
I don't
table.
give a fuck.
Day one. Listen, hear me out though.
And I'm gonna hear her out, and I'm gonna back up everything she's saying because I laid my shit out. Listen. I laid my shit out on the table. I expect you to do the same.
But
And if
guess
you
what?
can't do the same, you can ride the fuck out.
guess
Because
what?
I don't got time for games.
Guess what?
That's it.
You can't expect you
He
out
ain't
of
for me.
everybody.
Then guess what? It was nice knowing you all.
But I do know this.
Nice.
According
I don't got time for wait.
According to research, it says in 6 months, a guy knows.
People die every day.
A person knows if that's the person they want to be with or not.
Hello.
You do. And I will say this. That's why I'm saying I'm giving a valid reason. I
Thank
say
you.
a life event.
You know
When I
when
say-
you pursue
no,
that
listen.
person, if you gonna go all the way in and be consistent. Nobody got time for you playing games and being hot and fucking cold because you ain't got your shit together. Because of the truth. Because of the truth. She don't seem to get it. She don't seem to get it. And I'm gonna say it like this.
But life
No
event,
one
a
has
life event,
time.
You don't know what
That's
type of
bullshit.
shit you are.
Go ahead and accept it. 'Cause I'm not.
It's not accepting anything because I could be in my life event. I might be the cold. You get what I'm
It
saying?
should never be cold with somebody you really want to be with. Let's keep it real. Because everybody gonna be at one accord. We're gonna talk about that thing and we're gonna be in this thing together. It shouldn't be no hot and cold.
When you got a life event that you never faced before,
It should never be
you
no
don't
hot
know-
and cold.
no,
You're not gonna
you-
shut nobody out.
you know, but you don't know how a person copes. That's what I'm getting at. Everybody copes differently. Some people rather shelter themselves and rely on family and friends because this person here is 6 months in, so you don't know how they're gonna react to your life event. I don't know if I want to share this because I don't know them well enough. You don't know, so I can say
it is a level of communication, Angela, and we both know that.
Let me finish. I'm talking about me right now. I'm talking about me hot and cold.
Well,
I ain't
you
talking about-
being hot and cold.
I am.
You're hot and cold.
I am.
You're hot and cold.
I am.
Hot and cold is the same.
That's what I was trying to say. I can say for me, my hot and cold is being if I got a life event. I don't know what temperature I'm gonna be at with you. Because guess what? My life event may not mean much to you, but it means something to me. So I don't know what temperature. The day I might love you, tomorrow I might hate you.
Who got time for that childish shit? Who got time for that? Nah, that's real.
But it's
No, let's be real. You pursuing somebody, you want them. You don't gotta tell me what's going on in your life, but you gotta tell me something. It's about communication.
We wish we could go back to high school. Y'all, we could go back to high school.
Y'all be good. Wish we could go back to high
The
school
first kiss
for just one
you
week.
went to the 504 tonight. Shit, y'all.
Capricorns have a difficult time communicating. And see that, and that's the thing. Like, no,
That's
I
why
gotta
high
say
and cold.
this.
You
I gotta say
don't
this.
know.
This is not right, y'all. Capricorns. I'm talking to Capricorns. I'm talking to Capricorns.
MLPQRS.
That's what I'm saying.
So she can understand where I'm coming
I
from.
am talking
Because
to
we are hot and cold when we want to be.
I'm talking to Capricorns. It's not fair for y'all to sit down and be hot and
She
cold.
might give a nigga 6 months.
You gonna be a bartender?
What y'all need?
The same thing we had, but I need ice.
Y'all can't be hot and cold, shutting people down, shutting out. It's all about communicating. You can say, hey, babe, I just can't talk about this right now, blah, blah, blah. But not just being a hot and cold. Nobody doing that.
When you hot and cold, you don't know
That's not
what
fair.
life event
That's
is.
not fair.
No,
being nonchalant.
that's a life event. If you got a life event, you don't know what mental space you in.
That's
So
not
to
fair.
your person, you hot and cold because you nonchalant. Because
Not me.
no, I'm just saying. I'm giving an example, but you understand what I'm saying.
But the thing is, okay, if you're the nonchalant person, right, but you really care about this person, but you being nonchalant to a person,
You're going to lose that person.
and then you finally lose them.
You're going to lose that
And now
person.
you trying to come back
You
around.
gonna lose that
because
person.
you've been a
You know why they
nonchalant
lost?
asshole.
You know why they lost? According to studies, psychologically, a man loves a chase. So it ain't about losing nobody. It's about the chase.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. Well, hot and cold sounds like poor communication. And that's all I'm saying. Thank you.
We the best. We Capricorn.
Whatever. You know, Sagittarius went. Next subject. Just because I'm nice to you doesn't mean I haven't heard what you said about me. It's
We
certain
can
things.
go hot and cold all of that.
It's certain things
You
that
said one more thing.
Takaya drop one.
She gonna get it. Let's read this comment.
Pass that to me, please. Pass that to me,
Come
please.
on, let's read
Okay,
this.
so listen.
Ain't nobody here getting it. It's gonna be right there.
Pass me, dance. Okay. Capricorns do not move out of emotion.
Nope.
They move out of logic
Yep.
and meaning.
Yep.
They rather be more balanced and
Yep.
have more purity
Yep.
when it comes to sensitive issues.
That's right.
But that's only if they are upright Capricorn, not upside down.
And that's the truth. That's why I say you take a little bit more time because you're logical. You're not letting emotions move you. You really having compassion for yourself and have
I don't agree.
logical thinking.
I don't agree.
Of
I don't
course,
agree.
you're not gonna agree because you're not a Capricorn.
Just because I'm nice to you doesn't mean I haven't heard what you said about me. So let's talk about that. Sometimes, yeah, but I can be cordial with people. You know,
You can have hot, cold,
Yeah.
poor communication, but the point is, as a person,
she took
when
it back.
somebody
She took it back there,
we
y'all.
back here.
She's not
Because
content.
guess what? When you hot and cold, rather you the person putting out hot and cold or you the receiving. At the end of the day, somebody need to know when it's time to exit. And now we can agree on that.
But y'all accept this stuff
No.
because you hot and
Listen,
cold.
listen what I'm saying. Regardless of when, somebody need to know when it's time to exit. If you're the one receiving the cold, it's time to go.
I'm proud of you.
Hell yeah.
I'm proud of you, bitch.
Oh, me too.
Listen.
And see,
Listen.
I'm the type of
So, because
person.
we know both, we done been hot and cold. We done been on both ends.
You all yelling over me. Let me say this. I feel like
Yeah, why you yelling? Why you yelling?
I'm the kind of person, like, I have a kind of heart. If I care for you, I'm just gonna hold it in.
That's right.
Hold it in.
But when I start expressing about how I feel, I don't give a fuck about your feelings no more. That's it. So now is at the end
So
of the
now you
road.
hot and cold.
No,
You hot cold.
I'm not hot.
You
I'm
cold.
cold.
That's what I'm getting at.
Fuck
That's why I keep saying hot and cold. Like for me,
I get cold heart.
listen, me and you both, we came to the cold hard truth of the truth.
Y'all did.
And guess what? And guess what?
Y'all didn't even have a conversation, did y'all?
Me and her.
Y'all didn't have.
No. And guess what? Look.
I know about
And we
both.
crossed the bridge. Look. And we crossed the bridge.
I'm so proud of y'all.
Down where I'm at, I'm
This brings me to tears, but I'm not gonna cry. Okay, let's calm down. We're talking a lot. Melvin said, I can care less what they say about me. I was told you don't have no haters. You ain't hit no shit. Well, honestly, Melvin, I feel like I have no haters. Like, honest to God, I feel like I have no haters. I have nobody that dislike me. So maybe I ain't hitting on shit. But we're going to move on to the next one. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we ain't got long more.
What's the next one? Because hot and cold, you can go through that a whole lot of, you go through hot and cold seasons a lot in a relationship.
Fellas, I'm going to say this, and it's not too much we can speak on, but it said, when you text her, hey, I'm in your city, and she replies, oh, have fun. Listen, stop pursuing women that's not into you. You can tell if a woman
know why she
is
did
into
that?
you.
Because she cold now, because when she was hot for you, you wasn't hot for her.
She not into you. Let it go.
At the time, she ain't
Let it go.
into you.
She never probably was.
That's what I'm saying.
Either she never was, or she ain't no more.
Now, he probably one of them dudes that always say
Yeah,
hi in
it's
the inbox without getting a reply.
It's over.
It's one or the other.
It's
Either
over.
she was, and you wasn't hot, and you was giving her the cold shoulder. So now she cold to you.
All right. Just because someone doesn't tell you they have some things going on doesn't mean they don't have things going on. Get out your feelings. So I wrote that personally. What that means is everybody doesn't tell everybody everything. You get what I'm saying? So just because somebody's not available or somebody's not doing something you feel they should be doing doesn't mean life is not, going on for them. Doesn't mean they don't have things going on. So don't get upset or don't feel life is life and right. So don't feel like, oh my goodness, they're not fucking with me. That's not the case. A lot of people have things going on, but they're just not telling you. They're not speaking about it.
That's the same thing I was saying. A person has a life event, and you think that they're being cold with you,
but they're not. They got something.
That's all I was trying to say the whole time.
That's
back to the same thing about a life event. So to you, they're cold, but they got a life event. You don't know why they like that.
But it's somebody you want to be in a romantic and
But what did you just say? Just because they don't say
it's different.
Okay.
It's different.
can't share with everybody. You don't know.
You can't share with
So,
everybody. But somebody you pursuing and want to be with, you should be able to share with them.
But listen, they should know.
With the life event changing, right? I had a big life event.
Right.
Went to the 3 years.
Right.
I lost 160 pounds.
Right. That's a life event. But
the thing is, why do people feel that because somebody lost a lot of weight that they're going to be acting different?
Oh, now once you
Or did a life change that they're going to be acting different?
That's a life event.
But the thing is, I feel like that's like some kind of mind controlling on
It is.
Because when somebody finally express their feelings on what's going on between you and them, and they use that. Oh, I knew.
Have you been expressing your feelings way before the life event?
Yeah,
exactly.
But now because this person is looking different and they getting attention, but they're not even paying them no attention. Now you feel like you can throw that in their face. I knew that this was coming.
That's
because of this and
narcissistic.
blah blah blah. No, it came because your motherfucking ass did not want to go nowhere out in public with me because you felt like you was ashamed to be around with me. So it took another motherfucker from another state, period, to take me out.
And guess
to make
what?
me feel like
As management, I approve that message, sir.
and I am happy. And I will drive 3.5 hours to see him again.
I'm saying
And
that.
again.
Nothing to see.
Okay, so next one says being loyal is a choice.
Yes.
What y'all need to understand is when you're with someone, even a friendship, relationship. Hold on. Somebody said something. Curtis said that is toxic to hold then explode, and all feelings matter. If you are serious trying to make it work.
It is.
He's talking to you.
How can you make something work when the person is being nonchalant about the situation?
So that's your way to know that they're being cold with you.
Yeah.
But guess what? That's your way to say I'm out.
So
That's why I say
my question was to him was,
if you felt any kind of way about me, instead of just giving me the handshake emoji saying it's cool, you would have been a man enough to talk and say,
talk about it.
let's talk about it.
Let me answer your question, Curtis. Let me.
So that's your ticket to say I'm out.
Let me answer your question, Curtis. Some people, I wouldn't necessarily say it's toxic, but some people feel like that's trying to make it work. You see what I'm saying? She voiced how she felt. She voiced everything to him, and it's like, okay, you got it, but never changed anything. And she just sat back. Okay, I said this. I'm not gonna say it anymore. I'm not gonna keep going. I'm not gonna keep going. I'm not gonna keep going. Maybe he'll change because we did talk about this in the past, and I'm a witness. You have, but you don't constantly talk about it because maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll work. Maybe she tried.
So guess what? Everything I can say goes back to hot and cold. Listen. So now he's being cold with you because he act like he don't understand and he don't get what you're saying. So no, he really don't. Regardless of, that's why I say cold. He's cold-hearted with you. When I say hot and cold, I'm talking about cold.
No, because that's contradicting what you said earlier. Yes, it is. Because earlier it was like you go through life-changing events. So I'm going through something he should understand.
I'm saying from my perspective, what I was saying. So what I'm saying with that part of it is he's being cold with you. I said when somebody's cold with you, you are that person need to know when to exit. That's what I said.
And I did.
So somebody got to know the exit. So whether I'm cold with you or you cold with me, somebody need to know it's time to hit the door.
But when I said I would try to do this, I was wrong because I ain't show no compassion.
You didn't say that. No, you didn't.
She said I ain't show no compassion because I'm getting out.
No, what I said was it may take you 6, it may take me 18, it may take Stacey whatever.
Take that and take the bank.
It takes a person a different amount of time to get to that point.
Angela, Melvin said,
your cold might not be her cold.
I'm her cold, goddammit. And I'll make sure that shit. And I don't give a fuck if you
watch. You being possessive.
Yeah. Melvin said everybody got haters. Yeah. Melvin said everybody got haters. People can have more than you and hate on you. People hate you because you're beautiful or the car you drive. Nigga, first of all, let's not speak about a car because I just got it. Like, we're not gonna talk about that. My son totaled my vehicle.
Let's talk about
like completely. No, we're not talking about that. It don't even matter. But what I'm saying is, Melvin,
a real person is down for you. Make sure you had something.
You're damn right, and that's why I'm not gonna fuck this person over. But my thing is, and a lot of y'all know I keep it real with y'all. 100.
Look,
my son totaled my car. I didn't put. Listen,
you better not.
When I'm on social media, that's just entertainment for me. I don't put my real shit out there. Only the real ones know that my son totaled my shit. July 29th. You get what I'm saying?
RSQ said the action.
So yeah, I wasn't driving nothing for a while.
Cold. That's what she said. The action is cold. That's what I'm saying. That's right. The action is cold.
The action is cold, but are you gonna sit there and take it?
No, that's what we're saying. What we're saying is, brother, who action is
y'all
cold?
Capricorn.
Y'all Capricorn. Because that's why I said we gotta be real with ourselves. Your hot, your cold, taking something. Your tolerance may be a little bit
everything
less.
I say on this little blue out, Angela, taking it back to hot and cold.
No, because you can. Your tolerance,
being loyal is a choice.
It is. But your tolerance may be different than mine or Stacey's. She just said
I want to allow
you took something a little bit longer, right?
Let me say this.
Guess what? I might have took it a little bit longer.
Let me say this. Let me say
this. She might do the same thing.
As Miss Let's Sip and Talk with Freema, I'm going to say this. I am not going to allow these two. I am not going to allow these two to miss some BS. God damn it, because I'm right in their ear. And I don't care if y'all say I'm toxic or not. I don't care if they say I'm toxic or not. I'll allow them to get a little, you know what? And once they start to see it, I'm right there, rah-rah.
She's trying to rub off.
I'm rah-rah in their ear once they realize it, don't you? I let Stacey realize the shit for how many years? For 4 years. I ain't say nothing.
Years. See, I never did that.
Listen, I never, she put it in it. She put it in it. I've never said nothing to Stacey in them 4 years. I listened, I let her be. But once Stacey felt it and she knew what was going on, guess what? I'm constantly. I'm like a net.
I want to hear mine.
I'm like a net in her ear. I'm like a net in Stacey's ear. I let them feel it first. You know what I'm saying? Angela, it took you about, but let me do the math. 12, 18 months. Oh, that's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
It took her 18 months. Guess what I did for them 18 months? I listened. I let her vent. But now that she realized some shit, guess what I am? A gnat in her fucking ear. I'm constantly going. Every time she talk about it, I remind her that shit. And I don't care. They can get mad at me. They gonna hate me at the moment. Tomorrow they gonna wake up and they gonna think about it and say, yeah, Freema right. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not letting them forget that shit. And that's just what it is. I'm not allowing no fuck niggas to get over nobody. And I don't care if neither one of y'all watching. Because that's how I feel. Because nobody can do shit to me. Because none of y'all help me do nothing but my baby. And that's on period. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Being loyal is a choice. How do y'all feel about that?
Being loyal, in my opinion, being loyal should be a balance and an equal choice. It ain't just my choice. It feel like my person should
Never said why you so quiet.
My person to be the same.
I can't get nothing in now.
I'm sorry. We very.
I can't get shit in. They used to be sitting on the end.
We ain't. Look, we ain't.
We're not used to
Look,
being loyal is definitely a choice. What I'm gonna say on this one is allow the person you're with to do what they want, because that's gonna show you who they really are. Don't sit here and rah and try to say, and don't try to say I'm preventing. Don't try to say I'm preventing someone from doing something. No, let them do it. I'm going to.
Everybody
Don't let them.
Everybody blowing.
Listen, don't prevent nobody from doing nothing. Let them do what they're going to do. That's going to show you who they really are.
Let them show you who they are. Once they show you,
stop.
Let me tell you something. I had to learn, and it took me a little period of time to learn this. I had to learn the compassion I have for others men that have the same compassion for me. I can expect me out of them.
Absolutely.
So guess what? So in the meantime,
did you learn that from me?
No, I always knew that because the type of the type of person that I am, I always have hope and I believe in people. I see the good in a person regardless. I've always been that kind of person. So I will see. But guess what? But once I say I done saw you for who you are, ain't no backtracking, ain't no double dutching, ain't no moving forward, ain't no past goal, ain't no collecting $200.
She better stand on that shit.
Look, no, trust me, I'm on it. It's nothing more to talk about because you had an opportunity to bring your best foot forward. That's why when you're dating a person, I don't care what capacity you're dating in, either which way, when you're taking your time to enter another person's life and you have some type of connection, you need to put your best foot forward. Your best move, your next move better be your best move because you need to show them who you are.
Absolutely.
So guess what? So when you sit here and you play games with people and you sit here and you put a false persona, guess what? They may already know who you are, but they're giving you a chance to take the mask off. They give you the opportunity to say, you know what? That wasn't right. They give you the chance to be honest with yourself because you ain't hurting them. You hurting yourself in the long run. You never hurt that person. Period. Let me tell you something. People don't understand. You never hurt the individual. You hurt yourself because you hurt yourself on the what ifs.
Guess what?
The possibilities.
Period. And I would say this. Don't forget to love yourself today. Even though today is almost over, take it for tomorrow. Do not forget to love yourself today.
You ain't hurting yourself today, but you're going to hurt yourself tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
This is a real topic, even though it sounds crazy. And let me tell y'all something, a little pet peeve of mine, and I know I'm petty as fuck. I don't like when people laugh at my serious posts. I know I be joking a lot, but sometimes I be serious.
Let's just tell the cat out of the bag.
No, let me say this. I don't know cat you about to say.
No, what I'm about to say is your post don't be just your post.
Oh no.
Sometimes that's the part. Sometimes it be my mind. Sometimes it be Stacy on. Sometimes it be somebody who inbox me, let's get to talk. It could be anybody's. So don't you ever get in your feelings.
But people get in their feelings about my post.
Don't get in your feelings.
Take my shit serious.
It's her. Because it may not be her. It might be me for a whole week. It might be me for a whole week.
So let me say, let me read this comment.
Or it could be somebody else.
Hold on.
Don't you ever judge
we got to end this real quick. My battery about that. Being loyal should be a characteristic and trait, something that should be in you, and something that all people should say about you. Absolutely. I love that, Curtis. Curtis also said, when you enter a relationship, then loyalty should be there already and not something you are trying to build.
Right.
Absolutely. After putting the title of your relationship. I love that, Curtis.
Curtis.
Who are you, Curtis? Thanks for tuning in. Curtis is tuning in for YouTube. Thank you so much, Curtis. I appreciate that. Tess said, I love myself even more now than ever I did. As
That's
you
right.
should. Sometimes it takes time.
And
Okay.
kudos to you.
We only got 10 minutes. My battery getting ready to die. And I'm going to say this last topic. I'm going to say this last topic and then I'm done. Okay. Excuse my language, but I do want to talk on this real quick.
With a guy. You can put a guy in there.
What a guy failed to realize is I'm Ike and he Tina. So, no, I want to be real with this one because we don't speak on this enough.
So now
like some men actually do get abused out here. Like real talk. Some men, huh? That's what I'm saying.
You're not Ike.
I'm not Ike. I stopped being. I'm definitely not Tina because I'm accepting that shit.
So you're not Ike.
What I'm saying is some men are in abusive relationships.
I think you're the mediator. And when we talk about abuse, we got to talk about verbal, emotional, mental. We got to talk. It's not just physical.
It's not just physical.
Because women out here, y'all abusing these men. You got these men, man, messed up. Like they can't move forward in life because of you. You got these niggas, like these fellas gone.
And let me just say this: some men, okay, yeah, when they grew up, they can't cry. You a man, you a boy. Stop crying or whatever. They verbalize that to you. You throw that shit back up in their face. That's verbal abuse. That's emotional abuse. That's mental abuse.
So guess what?
We gotta stop abusing one another. And not thinking it's just physical.
So when a person take this for, let's give an example, over a period of about 20 years, guess what? They love it.
No, they don't love it.
So what's the problem? Are they a victim now?
They playing a victim and it's holding themselves back.
So guess what? They have a mental block.
Hold on, we have somebody. I never seen this person before. Thank you for tuning in, Lewis. You got to be true to yourself before being true to someone else.
Now, Lewis,
ain't that right, best friend Stacy?
That's right.
That's right.
Right, best friend.
That's
Thank you for tuning in, best friend.
That's right. My best friend.
My best friend.
My best friend. My best friend. That's the truth, though. If you don't have self-love for yourself, you can't be true to yourself, and you will sit here and fall for anything.
So it's almost time for us to end, but before we do so, I don't want to put you guys on the spot, so I'll start first. Before we end, we're just going to leave you guys with a piece of motivation, a piece of encouraging words, a piece of enthusiastic love. I don't know how you want to put it, but I always stick what I always stick to. I give them time to talk. Be kind. You never know what the next person is going through the night before. You don't want to take them over the edge. Be kind.
Now you got compassion.
I'm always be kind, be kind. And what I always say, just because one person's not working on the weekend and you do, be thankful you got a job. Angela, what you want to say?
I just want to say this. You treat others the way you want to be treated. Be mindful. Let me tell you something about karma.
We ain't got long. Hurry up.
Karma is something serious. Whether it come back on you, it may come back on your kids or your kids' kids. Be careful of what you put out there because you got to be ready for it when it come back. And when you got to cry about it, you remember who the hell you made cry.
Stacy, what you want to say?
Don't psych yourself out to satisfy somebody else's feelings. Always put yourself first.
That was good. Okay, you guys, as we always say on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema,
Peace and love.